Alpha, why are you climbing a wall? What are you doing, bud? Oh, there you go. That's more normal. All right. We're continuing the Eden quest line with Empty Promise, given to us by Yalfort in Mordsuk of Amarang. Somebody's that's sad. Here we go. Cutscene. Mercy, so the rumors of your knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. I nod to him, which I've finally figured out. Miss Ryne and Miss Gaia agree that it's high time you all went to see how things are coming along, though I must say, being at their beck and call night and day does test my patience on occasion. Well, fancy seeing you here. I think that's Gaia, and it was her. She and Ryne join this cutscene. Mercy, says Ryne. We were just getting ready for another ride on the Sky Slipper. Care to join us? I give her a nod. There was one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Yulmore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway in investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted, says Ryne. So did I, but I quite like the way things are now. Digging around in my past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow? Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it was I had in Yulmore. Ryne kind of thinks about this. I understand. We'll find the answers together, just like we do everything else. Well, calm it down a bit, Ryne. Don't be like, we do everything together. Like it's a bit much, My options are, did you make that necklace? Or, how were the coffee biscuits? I didn't see a necklace, but let's go with the other one. How are the coffee biscuits? How are the coffee biscuits? I still don't see a necklace. Neither of them are wearing a necklace. What was that line about? Whatever. Oh, they were delicious, as always. But I hear they're quite fattening, so we usually just buy one and have half each. And then you always get another one anyway, says Gaia. Yes, but we break that in half too, so it's fine. Then we may as well have one each to begin with. Honestly, Ryne, I sometimes wonder if you got biscuits for brains. They both laugh. As does the dude whose name I forget, but he's here. Yantel? No, it's not it. Whatever. Though I must say, my time in the Crystarium has been rather enjoyable. We even had a chance to make a necklace from the ice crystal we found. Oh, that's what the did you make that necklace is from. Not that they're wearing some, but yeah. She said she was gonna, so I don't know. And in case you were wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Urianger would also be pleased to hear you've had your head in those fusty old tomes. I've even done a bit of studying myself, and after all, it's up to us to take care of the empty now. I give him a nod. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the derrick. The derrick, I believe, is like an oil derrick. Next to the derrick is the Sky Slipper. I was confused a bit in a previous quest why they called the hovercraft a derrick. I was confused because I'm dumb. They weren't calling it a derrick. They were calling the derrick a derrick. Man, it would be nice to live in a world Or I didn't have neck pain damn near every day. Chiropractors don't help. Might help temporarily for like a day or two, but also they cost so much. I want to go in, pay 20 bucks, crack my neck, get out. Maybe like once a week. But no, we're talking like $60 to $80 for a visit, and they do things I don't care about and whatever. Anyway, talking to Ryne next to the sky slipper to continue. I don't suppose you fancy taking the helm this time, she says to me. I pat my chest like I got it. Gaia instead says, wait, I'll pilot this time. Oh, I didn't realize you knew how. While you were off training, I was practicing with another sky slipper they have at the Crystarium. Really? That's fantastic. Gaia shakes her head. Hardly. You've been pulling more than your own weight, and I just wanted to do what I can to contribute more. So you two can sit back, relax, and leave it to me. I give her a nod. We talk to Gaia to complete the quest. There's no need to look so apprehensive, you know. Let's get going, shall we? 3,000 gil, another choice of materia that I just vendor. It doesn't even sell well on the market board, so we get one of those final cutscenes, as is tradition with these quests. We are traveling in the Sky Slipper, white everywhere. We have not yet reached any greenery or anything that shows we've made changes. Gaia at the helm, Ryne looking up to her. It's so strange suddenly seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you'd been practicing? I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. Well, consider me surprised. All this time I thought you were only good for smashing things with your hammer. Bring that up again and you can walk the rest of the way. Ryne giggles. I smile and nod. I'd best behave. I wouldn't want to get stranded in the empty and miss the festival. I cock my head at that. What festival? Is on my mind as well. Ryne says, I suppose this is the first you would have heard of it. We haven't exactly been keeping it a secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought lots of changes, and while everyone is glad, the reality is it's also been quite stressful, having to adapt to a new way of life. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youths like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. Once we return from the empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. My options are I'd be happy to help, provided I'm suitably compensated, or I'd offer to help, but I think you have everything well in hand. I'd offer to help, but I think you have everything well in hand. I don't wanna. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I'd try my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all you need to do is turn up and enjoy yourself. It'd probably be nice to have one of the saviors of the first. I think this is called the first, right? My homeworld is the source. This is the first. So having me at your celebration probably draws a bigger crowd, and yeah. How about you, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? What's that? I haven't been listening. What the hell? Oh. My leg is cramping up a bit. Piloting this thing must have made me more tense than I'd realized. Then let one of us take over. She looks really worried. Gaia hasn't really changed her expression at all. No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure, but if you feel like switching places, just say the word. No, how can this be? Says Ryne. I haven't seen what's happened yet, but it sounds bad. Oh, the grass is dying. I mean, it's less colorful. But that just happens naturally. Grass dies in certain seasons in some places. Gaia is looking around though and says, I think that explains it. We're looking at the tall crystal is only yellow right now, but it kind of gets up to like that white emptiness toward the top, like the top half, like the tall crystal tower thingy. Light? Does this mean there's still too much of it in the empty? I'm no expert, but this might be a result of losing control when you restored the ice element. Even though I tried to use darkness to hold back the light spilling forth, it seems it wasn't enough. Then we are right back to where we started. This is all my fault. It suddenly turns dark during the cutscene, but that actually might just be the time of day it is in the game. No, Ryne, you mustn't blame yourself. She gets this little flash and a headache. You have returned to me. Restore the darkness while you still can. We see some words on the screen. The fairy voice in her head, supposedly. I thought we had killed that thing, like it was excised from her and we killed it. A familiar voice, an inescapable fate, the promise of salvation at the precipice of ruin. Future Gaia is, reminiscing, it seems. In the remnants of a lost past, I would find my truth. In the remnants of a lost past. Lost past? Lost path. I forgot already. Damn. Excuse me, sorry. That is it for this quest. We will see you next time for whatever, the next one. I'm going to keep going. But anyway, bye-bye for now. See you soon. Laters. Hope you enjoyed.